we go. Olive deer tail. The thread broke. Thread broke for some reason just then. What's up, Owen? How do you get it on your shorts? It should be showing up in both the regular horizontal and on the shorts feed, I think. According to my YouTube studio, it should be in both. It's supposed to be showing up in both right now. You can go to the shorts feed and find it on there if you want to watch it like in the shorts feed. It won't work. Let me see. Let me try it on mine. It's supposed to work. I don't know why it's not. It's supposed to work. I don't know why it's not. This is something new for YouTube where they have it dual stream where it does vertical and horizontal, but for some reason, if it's not showing up in the shorts feed, I don't know. It should be showing up in the shorts feed. Let me try to look me up like this. Yeah, I don't know. No one else is chatting, so I don't know if it's just showing up in the shorts feed or not. I don't know. No one else is. Obviously, I want it to show up in the shorts feed. If it's not, I can stop the stream and then redo it. It's both vertical and horizontal. Okay, cool. Thank you, G bro. That's what I wanted. Because with the vertical, it'll show up in the shorts feed, and more people can find my channel like that. So this is something YouTube just started to where it'll stream both horizontal and vertical. So I'm glad they started that. How do I make it in the shorts? I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, you went out from the horizontal and found it vertical. All right, so it's there. It's showing up vertical. That's good. What's up, man? Just still knocking out a bunch of flies to sell for the fly fishing festival coming up in May. I'll probably tie a couple more like this one since I've got all this stuff pulled out right here, and then I'll swap it up. Oops, sorry everybody. I'll do a couple more like this and I'll swap it up. So this right here is just a Gamakatsu, I think B10S hook or whatever. Of course, it's got the price tag right over it, but I think it's the B10, yeah, B10S hooks. Olive colored deer tail. You can use crafting fur, whatever you want to use for this part of it. Ooh, I was getting ahead of myself, y'all. I forgot to put my eyeballs on there. Forgot to put my lead eyes on there. I don't know what's up. What's been up with the past couple of nights of live streaming? Yeah, can't forget those unless you want a super lightweight fly. I don't know what's been up the past couple of nights. Like I live streamed last night and didn't have many views, and so far tonight I don't have many views. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I remember, and I've had this happen a bunch of times. I've actually live streamed where I've had like thousands of views. You know, I'd have thousands of people watching, but lately, I don't know. It's just kind of went downhill. Didn't get notified yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with my YouTube stuff lately. What's crazy is I've probably gained um which is not a lot, but I mean it's a lot for me, but not a lot for a lot of people. I've probably gained like 100 subscribers in the past couple of days, but that was from just my regular fishing, my regular videos. Um, but the live streams have just been, you know, not going good. What's crazy? I remember when I first started tying flies, like I would go live and tie flies. Man, I'd have like 4,000 views or something. You know, it was crazy. But lately, something's just been weird with YouTube or something, man. I don't know. I'm in the vertical stream right now. Yeah, I don't know. It's showing that it's on my studio right here. Is showing that it's streaming vertical. So I'm guessing it's streaming vertical and horizontal. Everybody, anybody watching, who else sees it in the vertical? Is anybody else finding it in the live stream right now, or in the short stream? I mean, all right, y'all. Put some gold flashing on here. Add a little bit of shiny. Uh, we I actually went fly fishing 2 days ago because a lot of times I got clients, so I don't actually get to fish because I got clients. But the other day I went 2 days ago and I didn't have clients. We caught some giant. In fact, that's all we caught was big ones that day. All right, I'm gonna add a couple of crazy legs right here, y'all. This is in the sorry. This this is in the olive and blue color. What I'm gonna do is I want the blue to kind of be on the ends. So go ahead and wrap that on there like that, and then just all right. Might tie one more like this after I get done with this one, y'all, just to so I'm kind of consistent with getting ready to sell a bunch of flies, and then I'll swap up to a different fly. Let me fix the camera, y'all. Hold on. There. Minnow head brush, 1.5 inch in the backcountry flavor. Y'all, if y'all want to book a trip, it's springtime down here in Louisiana, y'all. It's been like in the high 70s and 80s every day. Fishing's good. So if y'all want to book a trip, go to my website, louisianaonthefly.com, and send me a message on there. And we can get you booked up. So if you're up north and want to fish and want to get out of the cold and want to come down here and catch some giant fish, go to my website and shoot a message to me. This right here is just some, it's not really crack wrap. It's kind of like crack wrap, except it's a little bit longer. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called, what's it called? I can't even remember what it's called right now. It's kind of like a crack wrap. But this fly right here is me and my clients, people that fish with me, this is the most fish catchingest color and pattern right here that over the years that we've thrown down here. Oh, thank you, Owen. Yeah, well, my style of flies is super simple, man. It's just saltwater flies are pretty easy. I'm not doing any like super intricate stuff like people do on trout flies and stuff. This is just basic saltwater flies, but they work really good. So let's do one more like this one, and then I'll swap it up. Oh, thank you, Owen. Thank you. We'll swap it after this one right here and do a different fly. I said that once I pull all this material out, I want to at least tie a few flies before I start swapping material over. Remember the eye. I got it right here, man. Pinch that barb. Shoot, no, man. We ain't pinching the barb. We down here fishing for 20-pound redfish. I ain't fishing for a rainbow or something, man. We ain't pinching that barb. I've had clients that have tied their own flies over the years, and they come down here with like the barbless hooks and stuff. But I've seen them lose some big fish doing that too. I got one guy that comes down. He literally don't care if he actually catches the fish. He just wants to hook into him. Once he hooks into him, he's good. He don't care if he brings the fish in or not. Oh yeah, you catch bass on this fly too. I'm gonna show y'all before long. I'm gonna start as soon as the rivers get right. As soon as the rivers get right, back in Georgia, I'm gonna go up there and do a bunch of fly fishing videos. Do a bunch of fly fishing videos on the river there, and y'all gonna see a bunch of bass being caught on the river. I just have to wait for the river. The river, you know, it's a river system. So when it rains real hard or whatever, the water can rise or whatever. So right now the water's high, but within a couple of weeks the river should be right back up in. I'm talking about up in Georgia. So I'll head up there and catch a bunch of bass and stuff. And all right, another piece of olive colored deer tail right here. Always wrap it loose to start, and then go back and wrap it tight. So down here, when we're saltwater fishing, like for these redfish and stuff, we're doing strip sets instead of a like a trout set. So when you're stripping and the redfish grabs it, you literally just strip hard, just like you're stripping, but you're going to strip hard, and that's how we set the hook down here on these redfish. You do a strip set instead of a trout set. Oh, you fish rays on the fly? That's awesome, man. So after we get done with this fly, we'll swap over to a different fly. If anybody's new to the channel, please subscribe, y'all. I'm trying to get on up there. I'd love to hit about 10,000 subscribers at some point. Oh yeah, they'll run at you. I tell you the thing one thing I don't like, because it happened 2 days ago, like a few times. Man, I hate when the redfish is literally right by the boat and coming towards you. Like you're easing down through there, and next thing you know, you got like a 20-pound redfish, but he's 10 feet off the boat and coming towards you. You know, I hate that part of it, but I like when it's a nice little, when they're, you know, going across in front of the boat or whatever, where they make it easy for you. Now, if they're coming towards me and I see them coming from a long way out, that's cool, because that way I got time to get a good cast on them. But when you're pulling down through there and they pop up 10 feet in front of you, man, you got to be quick on the draw. Before they see the boat and all that. After we get done this fly, we'll swap it up to another fly, everybody. We'll swap it up after this fly. We'll do some different flies. I tell you something I haven't done in a while is a crab. We might tie a crab fly tonight, y'all. They're a little more time consuming, but I haven't done one in a while, so we might tie a crab. I need to tie some crab flies to sell for the festival anyway, probably. Alright, let me put this stuff up and I will tie some crab flies. Actually, now I need to see. I haven't tied one. And I designed this fly, but I haven't tied one in so long that I have to look at it to remember what I need. Alright, yeah, let's tie some of these crab flies. Let me put this stuff up right here. And we'll tie some crab flies. Just swapping out material, everybody, and we'll tie something else. Swapping material, y'all. Swapping material out, and we'll tie some crab flies. There we go. Alright, I was just finding everything I needed. I haven't tied this fly in a while. Oh, blue crab fly is what we're gonna tie. Looks like a blue crab. I haven't tied one in forever. So hopefully it turns out cool. Come on, man. Come on, man. There it is. All right, y'all, almost ready. I promise. I'm just grabbing my whatever the stuff I need. Flex, I need that. All right, I'm ready. I think I'm ready. Haven't tied one of these in forever, but we're about to tie one and see. All right, let's go. Excuse me. Give me a sip of water. All right. This fly does really good. It's just a pain in the booty to tie, but we're about to tie one anyway. I'll show you what we're gonna tie. I haven't tied one in so long. I haven't tied one in so long, but it's like a little blue crab. So that's what we're gonna tie right there, y'all. A little blue crab. I haven't tied one forever. I should probably use a smaller hook. Let me grab a smaller hook, y'all. Oh, there's my hooks right there. I'm looking for my hooks and they're right in front of me. All right, here we go. Just grabbing a smaller hook. All right, let's do this. All right, we'll start. I'll run the thread all the way down. Actually, we'll go ahead and color our we'll color our crab claw first, and then while it's drying, we can be doing everything else. So I take magic markers to color my crab claw, and I just do it like the color of a blue crab. So the claws will be orange. The claw parts will be orange on him. Just like on a blue crab. So right now I'm just coloring the claws on this thing, y'all. Alright, and it's gonna have a little bit of orange, like the little tips or whatever, like the little pointy parts are also orange. Alright, and then we got some blue and a little bit of green. So we'll have some blue and then some green, and that'll be that. The blue is mostly on the main parts. I'll show you here in just a second. Almost done, y'all. Just coloring the claw, that way it'll be ready. Now we need a green marker right here. Just coloring my claw. Alright. It's not perfect, but it don't have to be perfect. There's my little claw that I colored, both sides. Now I'm going to take some flex glue, some flex UV glue, and I'm going to seal this right. I'm going to seal this so this color stays on there with some flex glue. And you can just kind of, I blot it on there, and then I just go back through after I kind of blot it on there, and you know, push it around, spread it around to get to stay. I haven't tied one of these in like forever. But it's something different for me to tie for y'all. Dry this side real quick, and then we'll seal the other side up. Alright, we'll seal this side up with the UV light. not quite dry. I said this is a little bit more of a time-consuming fly, but the first time after I tied this fly, the first time I took it out and used it, my first fish on it, it was a big female. She was a little over 25 pounds. Big old female bull red. And she ate this fly like a Dairy Queen blizzard, man. I don't know why that one side right there is not wanting to dry real good, but I'll set it to the side when we start tying the fly and it can finish drying. But there's my crab leg I made, y'all. So, of course, it's got some hair and stuff sticking on it, but that's fine. Alright, we'll set that to the side, let it finish drying. What size hook? This is just a size 1 streamer hook, I think. It's an Arex. This is a SA220 streamer. This is just a size 1. You can really use whatever you want, but this is a pretty strong hook, you know? So it should work just fine. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start putting the body on the fly. And it's honestly kind of a pain in the butt, this fly is to tie. But we're going to knock it out anyway. So we're just going to run a little thread base down the fly. And I actually, I like using a lot of times the orange eyes. I think this, yeah, I used orange on that one too. On the fly just because a blue crab, you know, has orange in it. So I'm just going to take the orange eyes and throw in here. So we'll throw some orange eyes on here. You can use whatever color. I just like the orange because a blue crab has orange in it. So alright. Tighten these down. Go ahead and throw some glue on those eyes. Then we'll start doing the body. The body on this fly is it just takes a little while to do it. Let's see if my leg's dry. It's probably dry enough for me to use. I can always dry it some more in a little bit. Alright, let's put the leg on here. All right, we got a little crab leg on there. Okay. All right, now we're gonna put a couple of crazy legs on here, and then we're gonna start with the body of the fly. So on these, I take two of them, and I'm going to tie knots on the end of the legs once I get to that part right here. All right, so what I'm gonna do right here on the end, I'm gonna tie a little knot so we can make our some more little like crab leg kind of things. Like that. So we got one little leg right here. In all actuality, first couple of fish you catch are probably going to rip the legs off, but it'll look cool until that anyway. All right, so we got a crab claw on there and a couple legs, and now we're going to put the body on, and up here we're going to add some eyeballs to it also, some crab eyes. I'm using Bayou fibers right here. They're made by Fly Fanatics, and this is the blue crab color. And what I do, I'll grab chunks of this stuff. Like, if you kind of look at it, there's sections of different colors in here. So I'm gonna grab chunks of it like this, and I'll cut off a chunk. A hanker for a hunker. Y'all might not remember that, man. It's old school. A hanker for a hunk of cheese. That's some Saturday morning cartoons right there, baby. All right. So right here, we're gonna lay the material across the fly, and I'm gonna get some wraps crossways on it. And I'm just going in one direction right now. I'm just getting several wraps on here in one direction. All right, now I'm going to grab it and go in the other direction. So now I'm going in the other direction. Several wraps. All right, now what I'm gonna do, as you notice, it's just kind of crazy right here. So then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hold it back, and I'm gonna do kind of a thread dam. I'm gonna do like a thread dam to hold it back. It looks crazy right now. You don't shape this fly up until the end. We're gonna take scissors and shape it up to look like it's supposed to look. So now we do the same thing. I'm gonna grab another hunk of material. And do the same thing. It's not a super. I'm not flying through this fly like I do some of the other ones. This right here, like I said, it's a little more time consuming to tie than a normal fly that we'll be speeding through a lot of times. Thank you, man. It looks like a mess right now, but I promise you, it's gonna come together at the end right here once we trim it all up. This is one of those flies that it comes together at the end once you trim it up. At the very end, when we trim it up, it'll look great. All right, I'm going to add one more section of material right here. Then we will add our. Actually, we can. Well, I'm going to wait. We're going to add some eyeballs to it, but we're going to add one more section of material. Then we'll add our eyeballs, and then we trim it all up, and that'll be about that with this fly. I said it's a time-consuming fly to tie, but it'll look like or looks pretty close to a blue crab. Works really well. After I came up with this fly, the first redfish I caught on it was over 25 pounds. So I said, it looks like a mess right now. It's about once we trim it up right here, it'll look like more like a crab. All right, now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna add some eyeballs to it, and we put a shot of glue down each side, down the middle, to help hold those ties. I said very, very time consuming fly to tie. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna put the eyes on here. I boo-booed. I should have put the eyes earlier, like I said I was gonna do, and I didn't do it. So this one's just gonna be without eyes, but it don't really matter anyway. All right, let's go ahead and add a shot of glue down each side right here. I'm gonna grab some thin. We'll grab a shot of thin glue down each side, and then we'll trim it up. Almost done, y'all. Alright, let's go ahead and tie off our fly right here, and then we'll trim it up. We'll get it in that crab looking shape. Dang it. I had a tire offer malfunction. Hold on, y'all. Alright, let's cut this thing into shape. Alright, right now it's all butterflied out. We're about to cut it into shape. You can do either way. Some people will do a round, which I might do on this one. And then sometimes I'll do more of a triangular shape. It's really whatever your preference is. Remember, start off a little bit. You don't want to over trim. You don't want to overcut it and cut too much and then it not look right. All right, y'all. And you can get OCD with it, and I guess trim it and trim it and trim it and get it perfect. But when it's in the water, it's going to kind of lay backwards anyway. All right, y'all. Little blue crab. Little blue crab fly. You can make them super wide and make a bigger crab. You can make it smaller. I've actually got both sizes. Uh, see, I've even got different variations right here. So you can make it as fancy as you want to make it, y'all. This is the box of flies I'll be selling at the fly fishing festival. I made all these flies pretty much on live stream, y'all, while we were live streaming. So, but I'll be selling that whole box off at one time. All right, y'all. Little blue crab. All right, y'all. I think that's gonna be it for tonight. What's up, Country Carpenter? I think that's gonna be it for tonight, y'all. For some reason, YouTube has been off. It's showing that I only got 85 views tonight, which is very low. That's probably the lowest I've ever had. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what's up with the views. Something's up with YouTube lately. I used to have hundreds of people watching, and I'd have thousands of views. And right now, it's showing I've had 85 views. So something's not right. But all right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll probably stream again tomorrow. I'll see y'all later on.